Best Irish music on irishradio.org with Jerry Byrne.
Irish Radio, I'm Jerry Byrne. Been speaking since lockdown and all the rest of it to many people involved in music and involved in the Irish music and entertainment scene. Now, my next guest is a gentleman who came from very, very humble beginnings in County Waterford. He literally took the boat to England back in the 1960s. He's had an incredible life. He sold his company in 2005 for 38 million. Which is some amount of money, and then after that lost everything. But he's battling his way back again, and new venues opening all the time, and still has the thirst for the entertainment, and still loves the music. I'm delighted to say hello to the one and only Vince Power. Vince, how are you?
Hello there. How are you?
Not bad at all, Vince. Listen, you've had a heck of a life.
I think I still have it. To be honest. I just heard that I sold it for 39 million, and I during the recession we lost some money, so I didn't just spend it. I went and bought Benicassim because I couldn't operate in the UK and stuff like that. So I'm having a heck of a life. I'm still doing the same. I bought some venues in Camden during the lockdown.
Right. Which you're going against the you sort of you've always kind of gone against the grain and lived sort of on on the edge and took incredible risks.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the risk is the risk. It's you can only fail, but one failure, I suppose, is worth more publicity than 10 successes.
Indeed so. But you built up. I mean, the Mean Fiddler organisation. Was a huge. I mean, you were called Europe's largest promoter.
Yeah, well, we changed the whole face of promoting and festivals. I mean, the Mean Fiddler. Obviously, there's a big team around me, but we were fearless. We did stuff like weddings, and we went on to do Glastonbury, and we did all the dance events. I remember doing one with John Reynolds up in the holiday camp in Maynooth. So we were very positive. We had a young team with me. We were kind of fearless in a way.
Yes, certainly were. I mean, for one of those, I mean, the successes was, with Reading and Glastonbury was truly monumental. I mean, you also promoted, you've had the biggest names in the world, including Paul McCartney. You had Nirvana back in when they were at their peak in the 90s. It was truly incredible.
Most recently, there was Prince at the Hop Farm. I mean, just before I think it was about 9 months before he died.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
It was truly incredible. One of the things about you is money is not a big thing for you.
No, but it's good to have it. But I've never been good at hanging on to it.
Right.
I haven't spent it foolishly. I don't. I live a very modest life myself. But putting it out on ventures is that's where the money goes. But I think it's fine. I'm doing well again now. I've just bought 4 places in Camden. Admittedly, 3 of them are locked down for the moment, and we've got 3 other venues in one in West London, one in Portobello Road. I've got something like 7 venues at the moment, which are not all running full speed, but
Right, I must say you're going against the grain once again on this, and in the, we're in the middle of we're certainly not out of the pandemic as yet, and venues are generally not regarded as the best investment at the moment. But you're going against the grain and looking ahead.
Well, I the way I see it is that this COVID could go on for a long time at whatever level, maybe at a lower level, but this could go on for ages. This will be like the flu. Hopefully, we get the flu is there. The flu kills people, or maybe the flu kills more people than COVID. I don't know, but things go on. People. I was just looking into the papers the other day. There was a report of how many people died from cancer in this country compared with what died from COVID lot more people died from cancer. I don't know. I mean, it's just I just do what I do, and if I go wrong, then it's my fault.
Right, it's one way of looking at it. Now, your latest one, you've taken over the venue in Camden, Dingwalls.
Yeah, yeah.
So
we have a huge lineup for that, but now it looks like we'll have to try and save what we can, salvage something, because a lot of the bands can't reschedule.
Okay, yes, it's very uncertain with the whole situation as regards the the lockdown and everything else at the moment. But things are, the one thing about it is things are getting better, and eventually there is light at the end of the tunnel.
I think so. I think the vaccination is the one. I mean, but there's still lots of people that are not getting vaccinated. So I don't know how you can persuade people who don't feel comfortable about getting the injection. So there's hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people in the UK that haven't got it.
Yes, well, there's actually, but it has come out that that's actually a small minority who have that at the moment. I think they're possibly making more noise than the numbers involved. Possibly. We've got to look ahead. Now the Dingwalls venue, you've a huge lineup. I mean that venue has been running for a long time.
Yes, 1973. I remember going there when I didn't have a venue then. I was a furniture dealer, but I remember going to Dingwalls. I saw some great acts there over the years, and it was difficult not to have a go at it when it became available.
Yes. You just you can't resist the lure still of taking over a venue and running music.
Yeah, well, it's all for me. It's about music. I mean, every place we've done is about live music. It's all the venues I've ever done have been live music. I mean, that includes live DJs.
Yes.
We did all the raves in this country, like Tribal Gathering. Tribal Gathering was one of the first legal raves when Margaret Thatcher closed everybody down, and that was way back in the early 90s.
Indeed.
We did some stuff.
Indeed. So, and another little interesting thing about you, Vince, is that despite the fact that you hate water and you can't swim, you actually live on a boat. I did until recently. I don't live on the boat anymore. It was just a thing I did for a while, and I did it for about a year and a half, I think. But I sold it to my friend, and now I visit him on the boat. So I'm actually done the full journey. I've come back to Kilburn where I came here in the 60s. Right.
So I live in Kilburn now.
Right. Incredible. A changed area, Of London from the 1960s.
It is. It's a multicultural area now. There used to be not many Irish there. There's some of the older Irish still there, like myself, I suppose. It's a very nice area. Kilburn is. It's very busy. You're never alone in Kilburn.
Indeed so. One of your, I see from doing research on you, one of your great loves, or to be fair, it's 8 loves, is your children, whom you really, really worship.
I got 8 children, yes.
Right, and you appear to be
10 grandchildren.
Wow, that's
and 4 great grandchildren.
Wow. That was incredible. Certainly.
I got a football team there.
Indeed so. Now, Vince, you ran a huge event in Liverpool.
Yes, I did that twice. That unfortunately didn't work. I mean, I did it once, and then the second one, the sales wasn't so good, and the Liverpool Council pulled out of the support, so I just had to stop it. Really. But that was a fantastic festival, and the Liverpool Irish, which there's a huge amount of Irish in Liverpool, which was great. I mean, it was very, very good bill. Very emotional for some people who've lived there for years.
Indeed, so it was a huge lineup that you had. You also have a great relationship with Van Morrison.
Yeah, I don't know whether to be a great relationship, but he's always done stuff. And during the lockdown, we did some stuff in Camden. I did one show, Separation show in what used to be Dingwalls, the Powerhouse. I did one the other before Christmas with him, which went well. Just only for 200 people. You know, it all went on well.
Right.
But you know, I haven't. Yeah, I think he played Nels, the other place in West Kingston. He played it about 25 times. He loved the place. It's only 350 people, but he just loved. He likes small venues.
Right. It's probably the angle, Vince, that it's more intimate, and personal.
Yes, yeah.
Right, you're still ongoing. You're still continuing to do the promotions. You're still taking over venues. I mean, to have at this stage, seven venues at the moment is, as you said, they're not operating. Some of them because of the situation that we're in with COVID. But 7 venues. I mean, you're building, back up again. I mean, it's sort of like do you see similarities to the early days of the Mean Fiddler?
Yes, what I have got is we've always been lucky in recruiting really good music people. I've got a really good team with me now, a young team, all in their sort of late 20s, between 25 and 30. Very good, passionate about music, and they go through the sort of how we want to work it, and they're the ones that are pushing it with, coming up with ideas. We've always got ideas to do something or another, and you need a good team with you. They're very good. Their passion is music, and I can put the best around that, like the finances and the risk and all that business.
Right. That's is it a very different thing, or is it the same sort of modus operandi that you operate today than you did back all those years ago when you started off the Mean Fiddler? Is it tougher to get people today into venues?
I think that we've come on along. In the Mean Fiddler, we didn't have laptops and stuff, but it's now very, very, everything's accessible. You have more stats. If you're like trying to put a load of gigs together with an artist, you have all the information there, and we never had that way back in sort of 82.
Yes, indeed. There was needless to say, back in those days, there were no computers in the office and no internet.
No. And we just have to write the ad out and take it down to New Music NME or the other ones, the other papers. Writes out on a Wednesday and it goes out on a Friday.
Yes, that was the main way of doing it. But some of the people you worked with, maybe Bob Dylan, Johnny Cash.
Yeah, Roy Orbison was one of my favourite ones that went to play the Mean Fiddler.
Right. Incredible.
And of course, Ireland's hero, Shane McGowan, must have done the festival and the Mean Fiddler so many times.
Indeed, so I believe you were actually I think you were one of the first venues to actually have Shane McGowan on the Pogues.
Yes, yeah. Well, I knew Frank, the manager, and he always all the early stuff was just Shane. He did all the early flowers. He did early Reading.
Yes.
Shane's done everything for me really over the years.
Indeed. So there's so many people that you've dealt with, on the with not only the Irish artists but also all the international artists as well.
Yeah, I went to from Leonard Cohen to Willie Nelson. We've done them all. I think over the years I've been happy. I've been lucky, actually. I've been happy and lucky, but they've done them all. But we had a good team. We've had a very good team of organisers and promoters.
Indeed, that I think is probably the secret. So you're starting. You're going off again, and you've got, as you say, you still got the passion. You've got the team with you, and you've got the venues, and it's sort of it's onwards and upwards.
Yes, I hope so. I think once this, in a couple of months, once this virus has sort of disappeared, hopefully, or everybody's vaccinated or something like that. I mean, what we can't be doing is like going into next year and stopping and starting, because obviously it's a financial disaster.
Yes, Yeah, so fingers crossed that everything will sort itself out, and it's looking better as it is. Vince, listen, I wish you all the very best with all the venues.
Thank you.
And it's been lovely to catch up with you, lovely to speak to you, and listen, wishing you good health and success in the future.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Now, Vince, you ran a huge event in Liverpool